Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Kenshi. My name is Tobel. Welcome to the most wholesome place in gaming. We are, in fact, finally back to Kenshi. Thank you so much for your patience through last month. I was sick as snot, and I am so happy to finally be able to speak again. We're all hanging out just outside of kind of that fog, the foggy center area here in Obedience. And we have our ill-gotten goods. We've got a bunch of loot and whatnot ready to sell. So I think we had a bunch of CPU cores. We have a bunch of other items that are going to be worth quite a bit of cats. So first off, I think we should look to go do some selling. And I kind of want to visit World's End. You know, we haven't been to World's End in a hot minute. I'm curious about, I think we should be able to find the money needed in order, to sell all of our items. We also might be able to swing up here and talk to the is it the Flotsam Ninjas? Was that the group, or are they not down south? The ones that actually opposed the Holy Nation Empire. So those are the ones that are, I think, somewhere up in this vicinity. Remember, we did come down to visit Burns Tower back in the day, so that was quite a fun adventure. That's right, we started from humble beginnings, outside of Dead Cat, if I remember, with just Roy and Bandy. Oh, the good old days. Right, so the whole crew is ready to go. Everyone is, being carried that needs to be carried. I think we actually took care of all or any medical issues. By the way, what's happening back in the camp? I haven't really checked on everyone in a while. We're starving. Oops. Small minor detail in that everyone is relatively hungry, and we probably want to get that fixed sooner than later. What about, we have a ton. We have an absolute ton of wheat straw. Why don't we do this? Who is not doing much? Don. Good old Don. I trust you indubitably. Let's do this. Ooh, look, all of our peelers are ready to go. Oh, man, what a great time to be alive. Do we have any spare? I think they would have eaten the spare food. Why don't we do this? Let's go back to making... I know I said I wanted to have... we wanted to save some wheat in order to move to a new farm. But you know what? We've got a ton. And we can probably get more by the time our crew gets back home. So, let's have... Why aren't you, hello? You should have wheat straw. Is your inventory full? No. Don. Buddy Don. Why aren't you working on the grain silo? Working at the car. Oh, you know why? Because you got a hauling order to move wheat straw out, which means you'll always try to move wheat straw before you kind of use it to process. You always try to put it back. There we go. The orders, the order system. It would be kind of cool in Kenshi too if they have a really intelligent kind of a flow of orders, right? So if you try to do an order and it's like, oh hey, you can't do this because your character is trying to bring the wheat straw back to storage. It would be nice if they had a more complete order system. I am honestly really eager to see what comes out of Kenshi 2. I also don't think, I've been kind of following the development a little bit. I don't think it's going to take quite as long because they are working with kind of an existing engine. So they're just porting their stuff over to, what is it, Unity? Was that what they were using? Unity or Unreal? I can't remember now. All right, so Don's going to be working on that for a bit. And what we'll do is we'll say, Don, when you get wheat, why don't you go ahead and just throw it into the bread oven? And then whenever there's no bread, we'll go ahead and just go back to doing the same old, yeah? Cool. Sounds good to me. So he'll make some bread. Everyone else should be fed. I think we might have to... Oh, no, actually, we're fine, because Tiny and Zveria have a ton of rotten meat to work with. Cool. All right. That's taken care of. Health-wise, I think we're all patched up. Now, of course, Beep did make yet another sacrifice for us. This guy is just nothing if not caring and, trying to be here for us in our moment of need. He sacrificed his limbs. We need to get him an upgraded arm at some point soon. But, yeah, let's head on the way. I think what I'd like to do is, this is going to be a little bit awkward getting out of here. We can go back in and maybe cut across and then out, rather than go deeper into the Foglands. I do like that this map has roads on it. Let's try this. Let's try to come back into the foggy area. We also have to everyone run together. There we go. We'll try to avoid puppies if we can. And we'll sneak out the other way, looking for a pupper who won't drive me crazy, also / try to eat me. Slide note, I think this road comes out of here, yeah? Okay, I think we made it through. I think we're going to call this one a slightly safe escape from the Foglands. So, without further delay, I'm going to fast forward things a bit until we find something interesting. I'm going to head towards World's End, because why not? We never go to the north anymore. And maybe we'll loop back down south, and we'll go put ourselves up against, maybe some dust bandits, like some real generic enemies here, kind of to build up our strength a bit. And I still am thinking about bringing us down south where the swamp is, down to the south wetlands for our next base, because that is a great launching point for red sabers, for the swamp ninjas and stuff like that. So it could be a lot of fun, and we'll just see what kind of enemies we run into from here and there. Oh, Blister Hill, right around the corner. So many memories. I think I would like to stage a raid at some point. Remember, we talked about helping our Shek friends, Rutro. Uh-oh, we've got trouble in the camp. Let me hold that thought. Let's pause real quick. I think this group is relatively okay if we just have everyone hang out. By the way, let's make sure no one's on hold passive. We want to make sure the entire group can fight if we get ambushed when I'm looking, kind of looking away. There we go. Everyone's ready to go. Camp! What's going on, guys? Who is messing with you? Is it just one puppy? Oh god, no. It is an entire pack of Hungry Bandits. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're not quite equipped for this fight. Like, Tiny and Zverda can kick some ass. Actually, hang on a minute. Zverda is an elder. And Tiny is an elder as well. Okay, here's a question. Let's see how good we do here. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna have everyone run backwards. Who's by the gate here? Can you get out, by the way? And let's do this. Let's have this company here do passive and block. I want you and Gib. I want you both to run out of the camp and maybe just, I don't know, head in the general direction of the High Village for the moment. Okay, so head this way. The rest of you come back into base. I'm kind of curious if Tiny and Zverda, and we'll go ahead and take the block passive off of like the folks who are still here. And I kind of wonder if maybe this small group can defend against the weakness that is the Hungry Bandits, because, and it's really not our main people, it's probably going to be Tiny and Zverda. There we go, we actually pulled half of the pack away. Oh my god, Zverda, 98 damage on a bite. 2 bites and this one is down. She nibbled his kidney and tickled his sternum. That's right. Okay, here we go. Zverda is absolutely tearing through the enemies. Tiny's taking like a small minor bit of damage. Can you ram? Oh wow, what was it, Neb? Did Neb just do an area attack? Holy crap, Neb, are you secretly a warrior of great renown? Let's look at your stats real quick. No, you're really not. They're just so bad that even Neb can kick some ass when needed. I honestly think we've got this in the bag. Let's keep it fighting. All greens. Look at that beautiful green floating up from everyone. Glorious stuff. And hey, guess what, Zverda? You've got plenty of limbs now. Once they all die. How glorious is this? Neb, Tiny, Zverda, Don, and Dowin, all helping in the defense of the great nation. Let's take a look at you and Gib real quick. They both are no longer fighting, so let's bring them back into the fray. I kind of did that at first in case any of our folks go down, or if we have a full wipe, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal anymore. How freaking awesome is that? I mean, I don't think we can do this against many enemies, because even, oh, wow, Zverda barely took any damage, though. Because she's so aggressive. If they, like, attack Zverda, it's like she just, like, takes their arm off in mid-flight. Tiny did take a little bit of a beating, but, he's tiny. He's fine. Look at that beautiful tank body. Come over here, you big, sexy stud. That's right. You've got padding all across the board anyways. You could spear someone with your chopped-off horns. Now, if we do come into chat with a animal trader, if I remember right, aren't the roaming animal traders, don't they have the wild... they have the wild animals, right? The wild guru, as well as the wild bulls here. So maybe we can pick up a wild one. That'd be kind of cool. Either way, everything worked out well. And you know what? As always, I think it is appropriate and very important to remind people that it's not cool to just come into someone's town and try to take them. So we're going to bring everyone together. Let's take your jobs off for just a minute. You go ahead and come over here and pick this one up real quick. Neb, you're doing fine over here. Who else do we have? It's Dowin, right? Yeah, Dowin, why don't you pick someone up as well? Now, anyone else who lives, that's okay. We're going to let them go. This is just going to be a kind of a reminder of what it is to mess with the Binary Legion. So you survivors will get out of here and take the message of destruction and death What are you doing? Can you not pick someone up right now? You're like flipping out a bit. Come over here. We want to make sure we get everybody ground down at the same time, right? That's just only effective. Is this body... I don't know if it's stuck in there or not. Let's pick somebody else up. There you go. Okay. Let's get everyone in front of a peeler machine. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely yes. Right. Down here a little bit too far. Okay, there we go. Put in. This is what I've been waiting for an entire month, you guys. An excuse to mass use all of our peeler machines. Oh, and you can put them in. Excellent. There we go. And you know what? We've got a peeler machine here, just wasting away. Let's just get one more. Just one more person here. Oh, perfect. We'll put them in as well. There we go. And you know what, guys? This is what happens when you try to rob the Binary Legion. You know, it is what it is, but you brought this on yourselves. You guys brought this on yourselves. Did someone, like, instantly... Oh, gross. Oh, that's so nasty. No, they're fighting back. There's more enemies here by the gate. Oh, are these, is this another batch? Really? You guys are willing to fight us, even while your brethren are getting their flesh ripped off in our rippers here. We're gonna fight right in front. Wow, they're really brave for them to want to fight while this is going on. This is so messed up. This is beyond messed up. Well, we'll punish a couple of our raider friends here, the starving bandits who've come to try to take our food, but by and large, I think we are just fine. I would like to, actually, thinking of this before I go any further, I would like to look at, yeah, building materials 182, because I would like to look at moving our base relatively soon. We're actually full on iron plates. Let's do this. While people are getting skinned, let's drop down some storage for iron plates right here and get more iron plates going. We actually may want to grab another pack animal because I don't know if we're going to have enough to carry all this stuff from point A to point B. But yeah, like I said before, maybe moving down to south of the swamp there in the south wetlands would be a fun, exciting new base. We'll put up the really big walls as well. We'll get the fancy stuff going. I think our technology's relatively pretty high up there. Tech level 4 is under research. We're tech level 3. We have walls 3, which aren't too shabby, right? They're enough to be what we need them to be instead of these flimsy walls. We'll also have a nicer gate to act as our defensive gate as well. So I'm super excited about that. Everyone else is going to finish getting their skin sloughed off. Look, I'm sorry, but you came here. You tried to kill us. You tried to kill us to take our food. So, yeah. You've left the human race behind. You are cannibals. No, they're not cannibals. They're starving humans, right? Yeah, whatever. Cannibal schmannibal. Let's go back to the main group. Everyone else is going to continue on fighting. All this talk of the Bugmaster in this day and age, it never gets old. Are we going to visit the Bugmaster? We might. We could do that. It could be a possible destination for the Binary Legion. Discovered Rebirth. Oh, joy. Oh, crap. Am I leading us right through Rebirth? Don't think we want to do that. Let's not and say we did. All right. I will fast forward a bit. We'll come back once we are towards the world's end, and we'll see if we find any friends along the way. Tell you what, guys, this music for Kenshi is absolutely beautiful. Is there an OST out for the game? I never actually thought to look, but a lot of the music lately has been absolutely beautiful and haunting, and I think very, very appropriate. Whoever the composer is for Kenshi got everything spot on to kind of get the feeling, to capture the essence of this horrifying, yet still beautiful, creepy wasteland of death. Alright, we've almost made it. We are up on top of the ridgeline here that leads over to World's End. If we can actually manage to get through it somehow, would be nice. Wait, did I get us stuck on a ridge that has no exit? No, we have to go like down to go up, don't we? Okay, that's it. So we'll go into World's End. We're not looking to recruit, of course. We're pretty much, I think we're actually set on recruiting for the main squad. I'm pretty happy. I mean, we could fill this in later on, maybe with a couple more folks. But I think by and large, kind of what happened last time was we got so big, it kind of became and it's interesting to watch that happen, kind of as a creator too, but like the game literally morphed from like an RPG where you feel like you're really attached to the characters to definitely more of this strategy base building, which is really, really interesting. It's not many games are going to allow you to do that. So as long as possible, I like to still keep on the story stuff, and part of that is to keep the story small or to keep the group small. So we'll stay with this group as long as I can. I'm going to try to maybe pick up someone down the road. We also talked about maybe transferring the consciousness of our, non kind of skeleton friends over into robot skeletons if we're able to find, say, a skeleton who is, ready for reprogramming, a la our friend trapped in our prison cell over here somewhere, who's been with us for a very long time. We actually have two, right? So I think Tatwa 1 and Tatwalk. So Tatwalks and Tatduls. Tatduls. They're the ones who've been with us for quite a while. If I remember right, you have to have a skeleton of higher strength to convert them as part of the mod that's doing this. So, we're just going to have to keep getting our strength up. It's a long way to go, though, looking at our robot friends right now. I think probably Agnew would be the closest in terms of strength, but I don't know. Does it have to be all the stats? Does it simply have to be one or two? Who knows? You know who we also need to visit at some point? There is a lovely group of friends down here. If I recall right, there is a village down here that has an interesting surprise for us. But I'm curious if maybe there's something different if they see a robot first. So we'll look into that down the road. I don't want to spoil it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will find out. Right, so we're here. Where is our vendors with lots and lots of money? Is it dawn or is it dusk? It is, in fact, dusk. We might be able to sneak into one of these stores real quick before they close. Let me quick save in case anything funky happens, like we get trapped on the stupid corner of a building. Looking for something. Yes, we are looking for cats, my friend. Hey, Andy, why don't you go chat up the Ronin weapon trader? Hello, friend. You've got 25,000 cats. Beautiful. Let's sell you. Hey, are you interested in a brand new CPU unit? only slight usage. Ignore the denting and scratches and blood and oil. Now, remember, we are going, of course, melee, so we're not really looking for too much in terms of weaponry. Limbs would be cool, but by and large, I think we're okay. I think we were using weapons earlier to build up our strength, kind of oversized weapons. So we've got a couple folks wielding fragment axes and whatnot. We picked those up in the Foglands. We took those from our fog friends, the fog heavies. So we'll let a couple folks continue to use those to build up the strength stat for a bit. Actually, and that's what I think I was talking about, going to fight some, ugly-looking bandits. And I think we're going to keep our robot friends just using good old skeletal fists, because they're already pretty strong. Comparatively, let's take a look. What Moodles? What is Moodles? 21. Moodles is 21. 23 on Turnby. Darcha is at 20. So it seems like an average of roughly 20 to 30 for most of our fleshy friends. And the strength is a little bit higher. Actually, it's kind of across the board. We've got a good mix here. Agnew, of course, is like the holy fist of death. However, his martial arts score is relatively low compared to the other guys who've been doing it longer. Yep, 32 on Roy. Bandy as well. Longwell has a high stat. So, I don't know. At this point, I guess we'll just keep what we've got for a bit. I think you can put everybody down at this point, by the way. Let's put down our friends. We didn't drop anyone like we wanted to have captive, did we? I don't think we did. No. Stevie is, wow, still unconscious. He's actually going to regain consciousness here relatively soon. There's one more shop here that has an opening, or sorry, the door is open, rather. Let's see if we can sell before they tell us to get out. What are you doing in my shop? They'll complain. They're like, the door's open, dude. Seriously, come on. Do you want to make a buck or not? Hey, we've got some limbs over here. And actually, you know what? They aren't too bad. Oh, by the way, someone reminded me, and I did catch this in the comments, the thieves' arm that I saw way back in the day, it's actually a pair of arms, apparently. That's what someone mentioned. So it actually says it comes with a pair. So whether or not that's the case, or that's just what somebody wrote in the comments. So I will take a look at that here in the future. Let's sell a couple of these power cores, and there we go. We're up to 36,000. Nothing amazing, but honestly, I think this might have a good setup for our upcoming venture, where we want to create a drug empire. Because look, don't judge us. The skeletons don't care about basing everything off of a drug empire. Hell, eventually the humans will be dead anyways, and it won't matter. Morals, schmorals. Who else needs a limb? I know we had a couple folks lose some parts lately. Beep, I think, is rocking out with the good quality limbs. Yes, he has double scout. I did remember that correctly. Who else is running with the limb? I think Crumble John, you've got a crappy one, don't you? You had Beep's old one? No, you do in fact have a KLR series. So you have a beefy leg. And then Armok has the peg. Poor Armok, man. I feel like Armok is just getting the shaft. You know what, Armok, here. Let's have a chat with this trader. You pick out the leg you want. In fact, actually, hang on. I wanted to double check which leg it is. Left leg. What leg do we have in the inventory over here? This was a right leg. Okay, so left leg it is. And I think we're going with, if we can, we're going with that KLR series leg when possible, because it's better stats. It's like 260 health as opposed to anything else, and we don't see any here. So, in that case, we might have to just say, sorry, not sorry, go ahead and keep your leg for a bit. Let's grab an arm for Beep. Just temporarily. He needs a right arm. So, let's just give you a thievery. Let's grab you the steady arm. Damn it, it's only the left one. High quality skeleton arm, dexterity high, swimming, thievery, lockpicking. This sucks because it does reduce his arm. You know, we were talking about the thieves arm. Let's go ahead and hold for the moment. He still can run with us right now. He's just not quite as good as he used to be. By the way, did you have? Oh, you don't have a bed there. Sorry, I thought this was a skeleton bed. Not quite. You have a couple upstairs though. Okay, well then, are you an inn? You are kind of the generic trader. But you haven't complained to us yet, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. Let's see how expensive this is going to be. 800 oh, God. Oh, it's for the whole day, though. I'll rent one bed, and we'll get all of our skeleton type of friends and all of our skeleton parts kind of refurbished a bit. And then I will be back, and we'll continue our sale. Actually, do we have anything else to sell here? I think we pretty much got it. We have a couple of ancient science books to bring home. 4 there. Oh, 6, actually. 5. Math is hard. 7. 7 ancient science books to bring home. We could grab a couple of, generic science books or ancient books or whatever you need for research. That wouldn't be bad. Well, okay, why don't we do this? We're going to swing down. We're going to heal up here in World's End. Take a little break. Everyone's going to get a little food. We'll hang out at the inn. Kind of, rehash what went right, what went wrong with our last raid. Do a bit of a post-op on that. We'll have everyone relax this evening here in town. And then we'll swing down in kind of along Skinner's Roam here. See if we can't get into a couple of fights with some bandits. And then eventually make our way home. Once we're home, why don't we go ahead and grab... we'll actually look for another animal trader. Try to see if we can't find a wild bull or wild guru, since they are beastly. And yeah, we'll make our pilgrimage down through the swamp to South Wetlands. And we'll try to set up our new fancy swamp base. Because remember, we want to try to make a drug empire. In fact, don't we need to? Yeah, we need to look up... was it hashish? Actually, it says literally in the description, potentially the most profitable. So we need engineering... What? You need engineering research for hashish? Oh, that is brutal. Okay, then. In that case, that means more thievery, which might mean we need to send Beep over to Black Desert City to get his arm. All right, I'm going to do some of this. We're still going to rock out, I think, this episode. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more this episode, and then we'll call it a wrap, and we'll get everyone back to where they need to be. So, yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'll be right back after everyone gets a little bit of repairs done. People who don't have robot parts and can go to sleep, we'll send them over to the local inn, if you will. And what the shit? That's quite a big group here of ninja guards. Are you all injured? Are you all sleeping in the same... What the hell? You guys are using all the beds available. Wow, this is a town that will never die. Holy crap. That is a lot of guards. Unfortunately, they're taking up all of the beds available in the entire town. Excuse me. Quite rude. Well, then, I guess we won't be sleeping here. We'll just do our repair work and be on the road. You know what I forgot about? At some point, we actually had somebody drop a backpack, and Beep has been carrying it. So... let's see, what do we have in this backpack that Bandy now has? I think I've completely forgot. Oh, we have a ton more stuff to sell. I could have sworn we had a little bit more. All right, cool. So, one of you guys should be opening your shop to us relatively soon here. We'll go hang out by the armor smith, and we'll go ahead and sell to him. I kind of thought for a second they're all coming to chase Bandy down. Right. We'll sell to you. Get rid of our robotic components, skeleton muscles, things like that. We have a ton of repair kits, which is going to be very useful over time. Everyone has food. Yeah, I think overall we're in really good shape. Let's have Roy trade with Bandy to grab a repair kit. And the shop is now open for business. Lovely. Oh, you actually still have a repair kit. That's fine. So, Bandy, excuse me, why don't you go sell your goodies, and then we shall be on our way. Where's your, hello? Hello? Is it, I really hope somebody didn't randomly open the shop, and we're about to get punished for it. They're normally, like, sleeping or hiding somewhere. Oh, he's back here, probably. Now, the door's open. Are we about to get yelled at? Let's save the game. Did the door open? Please don't be upset. Please don't be upset. Please don't be upset. Hey, here to buy. Like, crack of dawn, someone's, like, just standing, hovering over you as a shopkeeper, like, I'm here to buy stuff. Let's go ahead and sell generator cores, all this stuff here. And now they're broke. Great. Anything interesting we might want to grab? Armored hoods are kind of cool. Although I think it does reduce... What does it reduce? Crossbow and melee attack defense. Do we have anything that would increase the melee attack? I don't believe so. Are there knuckles, by the way? I don't know. Random thought there. I don't remember if we've had, like, punching knuckles. I know the wraps, some of the wraps and stuff give you an increase to your melee damage, but I just can't. Honestly, it's been a while since we looked at clothing. All right, we'll finish things off here at this trader who's been, like, standing up all night, apparently. And, oh, crap, you still don't have enough money, do you? Yeah, not quite. Do we buy any stuff off you? Do you have books, maybe? Ancient books, not quite. Full of first aid kits wouldn't hurt, I suppose. And an engineering map for a dead workshop. Oh, you know what? There's the books right there. I completely missed it. Let's buy a bunch of books, since we're going to need these to, you know, do research anyways. We're still at 68,000 now. So we are 70,000 cats. We're rocking out. We're ready to go. I think at this point, guys, we're pretty much good to go. Who's the slowest among us? Armok, because of your peg leg. So, why doesn't Darja, since you're so speedy? Why don't you go pick up Armok for a bit? And yeah, I guess we'll be on our way. So I think this is a natural point to put a cut in here, guys. We're going to start heading, what did I say before? We're going to start heading down towards Skinner's Roam. I'll split Beep off so he can go take a look at an arm at Black Desert City. And otherwise, I'm so excited to finally be back in Kenshi Land. More episodes to come, of course. Thank you so much for joining me. You're awesome. I really appreciate you being here. And thanks for all your continued support, guys. I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode.